up, guys? And it's that time of the year. Welcome to not just mine, but our top 10 favorite movies of 2016. I'm joined by Chancey Bradley. Chance, how you doing?
Hello!
I wasn't too sure you'd be joining me for this video, but he's here. Now, keep in mind, Chance didn't see as many films as I did, so his top 10 might be a little different, but I think he has some pretty good picks. Keep in mind, we don't know what we have chosen. I don't know his list. He doesn't know my list. So what we're going to do is we're going to give some honorable mentions first. I'll give my honorable mentions. Then I'll go 10 through 6. And then he'll go honorable mentions 10 through 6. Then I'll do my 5 through 2. He'll do his 5 through 2. And then we'll both do our number 1. And we'll talk about them. Who do you want to start? You want me to start or you want to start?
You could start.
You want me to start? Okay. So,
I'm the newbie here.
my honorable mentions. I hated not putting these movies on this list. I fought to get them in, but my honorable mentions for the best top 10 of 2016 are 10 Cloverfield Lane, Hell or High Water, The Jungle Book, Kubo and the Two Strings, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, Moana, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and Sully. I fought to get those on there, but they couldn't hit my top 10. So, without further ado, my 10th favorite film of 2016 is... Alright, now, animated films are great this year. Alright. And looking back on all of them...
This was a great year for animation.
It was. Now, looking back on all of them, I wanted to choose the one film that I felt was the best animated movie of the year. And for a long time, I had one chosen, but I've recently changed my mind. And at number 10, I have Zootopia. I really love this movie. You know, I think that... the themes that were in the film, messages about racial discrimination and just how to treat people and drug abuse and all this crazy things that you wouldn't expect to be in an animated movie were in this
kids.
For kids, and they were in this film. So that's why this movie is number 10. All right, so my 9th favorite movie of 2016 is... Now, this was a movie that I've just seen recently. Didn't know what to expect from it, but I walked out loving it, and that is Fences. This one stars Denzel Washington, stars Viola Davis. This is absolutely a phenomenal movie. Now, if you're going to this thing looking for a action thriller or whatever, you're not going to get that. This film is it's a film of long conversations. It's adapted from the stage play like August Osage County or Doubt. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of film with dramatic tension to it, great performances. I loved Fences. All right, so moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8 is another film I've just seen fairly recently. I didn't put a review up for it on this channel. Watched it on Netflix. I don't think you've seen this one, but it's called Sing Street. And this movie is absolutely...
Never even heard of it.
It's absolutely fantastic. It went under so many people's radar. It's a movie about a boy who he's just trying to kind of fit in, and he creates this band because he's inspired by music, and he meets this girl, and he's trying to what, am I making you tired?
No, I'm just...
And he meets this girl, and he's trying to win her over by this band that he's created. Really phenomenal movie. It's on Netflix now, like I said. If you've never seen Sing Street, check it out. Now, number 7 might come to a shock to some of you. Might even come to a shock to you that it's this low on my list. But it's Captain America: Civil War. It's number 7. I loved this movie. I thought it was like Avengers kind of 2.5, but a Captain America movie at its core. You know, just the great emotion that this movie, you had all these characters having to choose a side, and you get just a great story. This great conflict between Steve Rogers and Iron Man, Tony Stark. Really phenomenal stuff. Villain was a little weak, but you don't really go to the movie first. This movie, particularly for a strong villain, you go for Captain America versus Iron Man, and the movie definitely delivered on that. So moving on to number 6. Now my 6th favorite movie of 2016 actually is another Marvel movie, but it's the Marvel movie that I enjoyed the most this year, and it was the original film Doctor Strange. Going in, I had no idea what this thing was. I remember when they first announced on Jimmy Kimmel that they were putting a trailer out to it. I said, what the heck is this? I watched the trailer. I said, this kind of seems interesting. I was not expecting to love Doctor Strange as much as I did. This compares to the first Iron Man movie. It's one of my favorite Marvel films in the MCU. Benedict Cumberbatch is phenomenal. Tilda Swinton's phenomenal as the Ancient One. Great action. The 3D was great. The special effects are absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that's my top 6. Chance, does any of that surprise you? How are you feeling about my top 6?
Captain America surprised me.
That it was so low, or
That was that low. So my honorable mentions for this year. Now a lot of these they are great movies, and I honestly think that some of these would have gotten nominated for Oscars this year, but the thing was, there was so much competition that I knew that most of them wouldn't make it.
okay.
So my honorable mentions are
Kung Fu Panda 3,
well,
Storks, Sully, Jungle Book, Sausage Party, and Lights Out.
so without further ado, my number 10 is when it comes to these kinds of movies, you know, the movies where the theater, it doesn't feel like it's complete, but then you get an extended edition in DVD, and people apparently didn't like this one as much, but
Suicide Squad.
I'm gonna be honest, DC is not my favorite comic book people. Marvel
No,
is.
they're not doing very good right now. You know, we're hoping for Wonder Woman to be good.
Yeah. But Suicide Squad, even though everyone's been panning it, I will fight you on the street if I have to defend this movie.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, that's surprising. That is what it is. Okay, what's number 9?
Number 9. Everyone's favorite wisecracking, fourth wall breaking superhero,
Deadpool.
Wow, that low, huh? Wow.
Now, Deadpool, I'm going to say it, I love this guy. Ryan Reynolds, I feel, is really great as Deadpool.
Not bad.
Not bad, but
What's next?
alright, so number 8. So if you thought Deadpool was if Ryan thought Deadpool was a shock to be that low, let's put another film that probably would be a shock. Steven Spielberg's hit wonder this year,
BFG.
Wow, over Deadpool, huh?
yes.
Wow. I didn't even have those honorable mention. Good movie.
When you want a movie to take you to a whimsical, almost heartfelt movie, he's the guy that you go to. He did it with us with E.T. Sure, he's done some pretty other good movies like Jaws and Jurassic Park, but when you want movies like E.T., you go to Spielberg. So, number 7. I like horror, and it's already taken us to number 7 to get to a horror film.
The Conjuring 2.
It's actually a horror film that gives us story.
A good one.
It gives us a good story, good characters we care about. It's also based on true accounts, so yeah, I'm in heaven.
Not bad. Not bad. What number are you at now?
I am at number 6.
6. All right.
Number 6.
You got.
you know, as much as I've said how much good The Conjuring 2 is and how much I love that there's a horror film with story, I just really like a good suspense horror film.
Don't breathe.
It brings me back to when I used to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. You know, you never even know that they're trapped in the house, because I'm pretty sure most people, you guys have seen it already.
Mm-hmm.
They're trapped in the house, and you know that the guy's in the house. You know you're screwed when someone who's blind is after you, because even though he's blind, he is going to find you
And kill you.
like Liam Neeson.
All right, hey, that's not bad, Chance. That's surprising. I was not expecting Deadpool to be so low, but hey, it is what it is. This is your list. All right. So, my fifth favorite movie of 2016 is... Now, this is another film that you didn't see. I would have loved for you to have seen it, but just time didn't allow it.
Is it this is the one that I wanted to go see?
I don't think so. I don't know. It's...
The Nice Guys.
That's number 5, starring Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe. Absolutely phenomenal chemistry these two had. Hilarious movie. I loved every second of it. Anne Gorey Rice plays Ryan Gosling's daughter. She's fantastic. I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing. Great actress. And just Shane Black's direction for this. His direction for this movie was... It was great. You know, I love The Nice Guys looking back on it. Really great film. I watch it quite often. So yeah. Number 4 is another movie that you didn't see, and it's a movie that I've seen and reviewed fairly recently. I wasn't expecting to like this movie as much as I did, but it's getting loads of buzz from the Golden Globes, Oscars, everything, and that is
La La Land.
I know, some of you might be saying, oh, it's number 4, why isn't it number 1, why isn't it number 2, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is my list, and it's at number 4. That's pretty good. It's made my top 5, and it's a great movie. It's a great musical, an original musical. It's not adapted from anything, but it has a great story, great acting, great directing by Damien Chazelle. Directed the hell out of this movie. Did a fantastic job directing this movie. The music, the cinematography, everything about this movie. I tell you, if you're going to go see this film, don't sit in the front row, because when I went, it was packed. I had to sit in the front row, and I'm looking up. I was getting whiplash, you know, they're spinning, the camera's spinning, I'm spinning, you know, I was going all over the place. I walked out, I literally got very dizzy when I left. But that's not because it shot bad, it's just because I sat right in the front. I had to watch the thing so close to the screen. Alright, so number 3 is another film that he wanted to see. I think you might know what this is.
Yep.
You wanted to see it.
I think I do.
And you didn't. You missed it. It's coming on Blu-ray in February. I'll show it to you. And that is Mel Gibson's new movie,
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes.
This movie is phenomenal. It's like a roller coaster. It starts out and you're going up this hill, you're going up this hill, you're going up this hill. Like the first act of the movie, or first act of the movies, is kind of it's like this kind of romance thing where Andrew Garfield's character Desmond Doss, he gets his relationship and all this kind of stuff. It blossoms to where he goes into boot camp, and finally the third act, you go down this roller coaster. It gets so exciting when we finally get to the war stuff. It is absolutely phenomenal. Seeing what this guy had to do, not wanting to go into the battlefield. To kill. He went and saved people. You know, true story, incredible true story. Great movie, great directing. Mel Gibson directs action like nobody else. And yeah, that's number 3. So my second favorite movie of 2016 is a film that Chance had a lot lower on his list. Still a great movie though, and that is, I think you might know what I'm going to be telling.
Does it start with a D?
It starts with a D, and that
That is Deadpool.
I remember I saw this movie in the theater 2 times, 3 times, just from the opening of the film. The opening credits alone, funniest opening I've seen in a movie.
Produced by Asshats.
That I can remember. So hilarious. Like you mentioned before, he breaks the fourth wall. It's hilarious. It's phenomenal. And yeah, he's great. He's got a Golden Globe nomination. Is Deadpool going to get any Oscar nominations? Who knows?
Maybe.
But if it does, hey, that's fine with me because this movie is phenomenal, hands down. It's different. It's R-rated, raunchy superhero movie. I loved it. Great film. And yeah. So, Chance, we are moving on to your
My 5 to 2.
your 5 through 2. All right.
All
So
right.
number 5 is
Number 5. You know, there has, like I said, this year was a great year for animated movies. And I'm more of an animated guy, so maybe that's why Deadpool was so low, because I had to fit in these guys. And starting off with this is
Moana.
number 5, huh?
number 5.
Well, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Disney going back to its roots.
Disney going back to its
Original.
roots with a twist.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The music, I mean.
Because,
you know?
yeah, back to the music, but it's another princess movie where the princess isn't useless.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. Yeah.
Moana is is up there with Mulan as one of the most badass Disney princesses out there.
What can I say except you're welcome?
The singing was great. Another animated film. It's getting some buzz. We both think it's going to it's going to be nominated for the Oscars.
Yep.
And I believe it's also getting it's being nominated for a Grammy.
Golden Globe.
For the Golden Globe.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're talking about.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Good one. I would have loved to put that on my top 10, but it just barely missed it.
Yeah, Kubo. I mean,
Phenomenal movie.
original. It's somewhat of an original story.
No, it's pretty original.
It's a pretty original story.
Yeah.
The acting
Really good
is
samurai
great.
film. Yeah.
Great samurai film. It almost feels Tim Burton-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it wasn't directed by Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful animation.
A beautiful story too.
And a beautiful story.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going to say about it.
not bad.
I had to put some nostalgia fuel in here.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
This movie literally is probably, in my opinion, the definition of taking an original and making it better.
Mm-hmm. And this is the only time that he cried in the theater.
And
This
was the only time. This movie was the only movie that made me cry.
You got emotional, yeah.
I did.
Pete's Dragon.
I love the original. He never watched the original, so he was going in with an open mind. But
Clear mind, yeah.
But with me, I had to put this in comparison with the original film, and let me tell you, this movie. If you were to tell me what I like better, I like this one a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
This was tough. Number 2 and number 1, this would have been a tie.
Yeah.
It would have, but unfortunately,
What you got?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Number 2?
number 2.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this. It's not a Harry Potter film, but it got me liking the Harry Potter universe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Newt Scamander, it was like I was looking at myself in the wizarding world. But I think the one that really stole the show for me and really put me up there was Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Kowalski.
Kowalski.
Yeah.
I had, you cannot say that Kowalski is not funny.
Oh, he was good.
And he really played with Newt's personality. They played on each other. I'm gonna be honest, it was great.
It was good. Not bad. All right. Well, it's time.
Yes,
I
it is.
gotta say, talking about our, 5 through 2. I liked Fantastic Beasts quite a bit. I gave it a 4 out of 5. You liked it a little more than I did.
I gave it a 5 out of 5.
You gave it a 5 out of 5. Liked it a little more than I did. But nothing's too surprising there. Moana and Kubo both making it in for you.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mentions for me. Not bad. But hey, it's time. It's time for our favorite movie of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what yours is, and I think you know what mine is. So, here we go.
Drum roll, please.
My favorite movie of 2016. Let me just say this. This movie, I went in, I saw it, I was captivated by the characters, I was captivated by the writing, the directing, the cinematography, the score, the acting, if I didn't mention the acting. I've seen this film in the theater 6 times. It's the Blu-ray I've watched the most. Personally, for me, I can get the most enjoyment out of this movie in a year just because of what it does. And that is The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, I knew it.
For me, I absolutely love this movie, and it's not going to be on a lot of people's top 10 list, and I can understand that. I can understand the flaws you might have with it, but for me, every single thing in this movie worked. Everything in this movie worked. From Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga's fantastic chemistry. This movie has so many layers to it, and you care about every single thing. It's just because how they're set up. You get to spend time with these characters. You get nice character moments. It is phenomenal. And I loved it. That's my favorite movie of the year. And if you have a problem with that, this is my list. You know what I mean? So
go shove it up your...
Well, I'm not necessarily going to say that. I mean, I'm sure
I-
we're wonderful people. But hey, if you want to say it, you go ahead and say it. But, all right, Chance, go ahead. Give it to me.
All right, number 1 for me. Like I said, but a Fantastic Beasts reveal. This was hard, but you know what? In my heart, they're tied. But for the 6th list,
You had to choose.
I had to choose. And you know what? As much as I love Fantastic Beasts,
Zootopia.
Not bad. That's your pick, huh?
I mean, it's Disney at its finest, and it's Disney grown up, in my opinion. It's Disney that actually managed to grow a pair to actually put mature themes into their movie.
Yeah.
I mean, drug use, racism, discrimination, segregation.
All these great things.
All these great things. This is the movie that I think is going to win not only the Golden Globe for Best Animated Film, but I think it's going to win the Oscar.
And it should. There you have it. There's our list. Overall, your list surprised me a little bit, but I could understand your points. How you feel? Mine did kind of surprise you too with some of the
with
things.
Captain America
Being so low.
being so low.
Hey, that's what happens when you get these top 10s and such great movies that have been here this year. Now, guys, I did say in my other past videos, I'm giving away 2 digital HD codes, and this is how I'm going to do it. This video is going to go on Twitter. All you have to do is retweet this video. If you want the digital copy code for either Hell or High Water, I have the Hell or High Water, it's a digital HD code. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is retweet this video. Also, if you're interested in the digital HD code for Sully, do the same. Go ahead and retweet this. I'll tweet this video, retweet the tweet, and I'll pick 2 random people and I'll send you either the Sully or Hell or High Water digital HD code. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Chance, this has been a great year for films. I'm glad you really stuck with me the whole time. Very excited for 2017. Some crazy movies.
Can't wait. Yep, there's like I've been looking at IMDb. There's some good ones, especially for animation.
We can hope so.
Yeah, I might be talking to him about them after this video's over. So.
All right, yeah, we'll have a conversation. And guys, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are in the description of this video. You can also follow me on Snapchat at RyanKing72 and on Instagram at KingOfRises131. What's this? And yeah, hey, you do you. Go ahead, do it. Tomorrow, I'll be posting my top 10 worst films of 2016. It's just going to be me solo. So, Chance, this is the last time he's going to be seen in 2016. It's been fun, like I said. And that's about it. So, once again, thank you very much for watching our top 10 best films of 2016. Over and out.